I'm your host with the most welcome 23. You're joining me for Endless Summer Book 3, Chapter 9, All Our Yesterdays. We're in the chasm. Hope you're all having a great day. Outside of the cabin, a mysterious light source causes the fallen snow to sparkle brightly. You catch sight of a glowing sphere moving away through the trees. Someone's taken the island's heart. Quinn gets out of bed and runs toward the window. It's Fiddler. I can feel her. Everyone rushes outside. Snowflakes drift amid the trees, landing in coarse clumps on the forest floor. You hear distant laughter. Janine, you damn coward. You get back here! Coward, that's rich, coming from someone who spent 3 years on the run. Quinn extends her hands in the direction of the flickering sphere. Come back. The island's heart tears free of Fiddler's grasp and hurtles towards Quinn. What? It stops, hovering next to her. Quinn's eyes roll back, and she and the heart promptly tumble to the ground. Quinn! You and Diego rush to Quinn's side. Greg picks up the heart. You and your magical girl are going to regret that. You hear the sound of razor-sharp steel slicing the air. Your friends begin to mutter nervously to one another. Listen closely, watch the falling snow. Watch the falling snow! And see the snowflakes being interrupted mid-air near Diego. Diego, look out! You see her, John? He moves closer to the group. Fiddler suddenly appears behind Zara, yanking her by the hair. She prepares to drive a katana into her back. Oh, kiddos, I'm going to need that heart, unless you want your friend to have hers cut out. Get the hell off of her! Working solos making you desperate, Janine. You getting stood up by Doc Ock? Fiddler scowls, putting her hostage closer. Tetra mutinied and took an entire squad with him. They're dead now, just like this one's about to be. Okay, so keep Fiddler talking. So by the way, all of these are negative, Craig. Well, if you chose... I'm gonna go with... Okay, so negotiate a compromise. That one is with Jake. You gain something. Let's just go with what we think. Offer up the heart, keep Fiddler talking. Keep Fiddler talking. So, Lundgren had you execute Tetra's entire squad? Ship fire took them all out a mile from harbor. Karma's a bitch. Sean slowly edges closer to Fiddler. Her head snaps towards him. She presses the tip of her blade against Zora's back. I said leave her alone! Craig, just shut up. Oh my! I think her heart beats only for you, Craig. Want me to find out for sure? Give her the heart. Craig tosses the crystalline sphere at Fiddler's feet without hesitation. There. Oh, that's so hard. Fiddler bends down. The blunt end of Stella's sphere slams into the heart. Like a billiard ball struck by the cue, it rolls away before she can catch it. Hey! Stella whirls the sphere in her grasp, taking out Fiddler's legs. Ha! Zara runs to safety in Craig's arms. Fiddler vanishes again. I'm getting real sick of your crap. Hear her footsteps heading off through the tree. We gotta catch her, or she'll just try this again. Glee squints at the forest floor. I see her tracks. She's heading towards the chasm. Let's go. Together with Sean, Jake, Kali, you rush after Fiddler. The first rays of dawn gleam off of the fresh snow as you arrive at the chasm's ravine. Ahead, Fiddler stands at the precipice, her blades raised defensively. Stay back! You and the others take up positions, blocking Fiddler's escape. Fiddler... No one has to die here. Surrender, and we can work this out without violence. You've got nothing left, Janine. Fiddler slowly lowers her katanas to her side. Nothing. Her shoulders shake. She's suddenly overtaken by a fit of helpless laughter. Oh, Jake, you're right. Just like you were right to get out when you did. Lundgren's only out for himself, always has been. Her bitter expression turns a corner, becoming a malevolent grin. But Roark is much, much worse, sweetie. When he's done with you and your friends, you'll wish you had nothing left. Fiddler locks her gaze on Jake and falls backward, allowing herself to drop over the chasm's edge. You watch her body plummet into the vast abyss, becoming smaller and smaller before fading away. I don't think she'll be coming back. Why would she? Janine, you idiot. You double-crossed me and Mike, but I never thought you'd do something like this. Shaken, the four of you remain on the cliff, gazing down. Glee squints in the distance. There's a track running down the slope over here. Might be something helpful. Walk along the slopes until you arrive at a freight elevator. Any chance it's still operational? Only one way to find out. Jake brushes a layer of snow from a control panel and presses a couple of switches. Ka-ching! The platform begins to move. Mac, what about the others? Hang on. Jake quickly shuts it down. A power gauge on the control panel flashes red. Looks like it wouldn't be able to go very far anyway. You notice a switch labeled Charge PV Module. Maybe if we give this a try. Flip the switch and the solar panel rises nearby. The power gauge turns orange. Nice, Boy Scout. Looks like it'll just need a couple hours. Well, let's head back. Sky clears to a brilliant blue as you return to the group. You find Michelle crouched beside Quinn. I'm okay, really. Quinn, interacting with the island's heart is creating a lot of physical strain on you. We can't have you doing that again, okay? Yeah, understood. Mike looks over at Jake. Fiddler, she's gone, kid. Mike merely blinks, but somehow you can tell that he understands. Jake glances at the sun's position, still low in the sky. We got something that'll get us down into the chasm. It'll be some time before it's ready, though. Alright, everyone. We don't know what we're gonna find down there. Whatever Vaanu is, it hasn't always been friendly. Are you kidding? Vaanu has been nothing but friendly. The Exorcist crossed with the Godzilla? Yeah, not what I'd call friend material. But we've got to get the heart back if we're going to set things right. This could be the end of all the phenomenon affecting the world. Oh, the end of us. Let's just try to prepare as best as we can. This is our home stretch. Sean gazes among the group, then nods resolutely, and heads towards the cabins. Everyone disperses. A little while later, Diego comes bounding up to you. He tries unsuccessfully to hide a grin spreading on his face. So, John, I got something to show you. You sigh in mock exasperation. What is it this time? This way, please. Let me guess, it's gonna be diamonds. Walk with Diego through the snowy forest, arriving at a frozen pond. There, on the ice, you see several of your friends wearing parkas on ice skates and waiting for you. Jake glides slowly across the pond to stop in front of you. Surprise, Boy Scout. I don't know how Diego talked me into putting these things on, but here I am. Quinn cheers happily while tracing figure 8s across the ice. Hooray! The guest of honor has arrived. It's not much, but we did what we could. Off to the side, Raj stands behind a makeshift stall with steaming cups at the ready. Well, sounds good, John. I got coffee, chai, hot chocolate, plus a little something I picked out just for you. Nearby, Craig crouches next to a boombox. Yo, I'm ready to drop a fat beat when you say the word, John. I'm on visuals. Zara flicks a switch on a projector. Colored lights washes across the area, casting everything vivid, slowly changing hues. Grace sits atop a small mound of snow with a pile of scorecards. I'll be the judge for your morning's competition. Don't get cocky, the numbers don't lie. You gaze in astonishment at everybody. Where did you guys... How? We found a bunch of stuff in the cabins. Everybody's grown pretty close to you since we got to LaHardia. You've guided us through everything, and we wanted to do something special. So we decided to throw a party. Sometimes my brain is just do. He offers you a pair of skates. Huh. So, I'm trying to remember in our normal edition. I mean, again, we've grown pretty close with everybody. I'm trying to think, in our normal edition, I don't think we had this option. So this is super cool. Of course, enjoy your party. Yeah. Slip off your shoes and grab the skates with Diego. Alright, it's on, guys. Did somebody say party tunes? Craig cranks the boombox all the way up. What do you want to do first, John? I'm gonna go with hot refreshments. You and Diego clump over to Raja's stall in your skates. Welcome to the Honda Bar, dudes. How about 2 hot cocos with a little extra zing? Sounds good. Hook us up. No, I want coffee, please. Please, coffee. Raj begins pouring liquor into the delicious-looking chocolatey drinks. John, I gotta tell you, most people think I'm kind of crazy. Everybody just sees some kind of stoner dude who's always tripping. But you never once made me feel anything but respected. Raj, thank you for that. And when we finally get off this island, I'm gonna show you what a real party looks like. It's a deal. Raj passes you a hot cocoa, and you take a sip and head towards the ice. You and Diego step out on the frozen pond, carefully bouncing atop your skates. You both do your best at pirouettes. You look good, John, but I look like Muppets on Ice. Jake comes skating over. May I have this dance, Boy Scout? Let's race instead. Alright, but fair warning, I'm not gonna let you win just because I like you. Huh. You both in the lead, but Jake grabs a hold of your hand, sending you both into wild circles. Jake puts on the brakes and you come to a stop. Guess you just bring out my rambunctious side, Boy Scout. Over on the snowy bank, Grace holds up a card reading 8. Really? Just that? Just an 8? I mean, I guess that's okay. It could be worse, but alright. 8? Really? Whoa! That's better than I expected. Grace turns the 8 sideways, then flips over the card. We love you, John, to infinity. Aw, sweet. Alright, I think it's time for a throwback. Craig hits play on the boombox, a second deck. This one's dedicated to my bros, John. You know, Zara fiddling with her projector. Hey, John, I designed this just for you. I hope you, like it or whatever. Suddenly the slopes are covered with spiraling hexagonal shapes, creating a mesmerizing display. Basically, it's like 3D. Oh, God. It's my Hayden star sign. Yep. Oh my God, anybody got a pair of 3D glasses? Oh, we're going on a trip in our little... Did I take something? Sean comes to a stop next to you. Come with me, John. Two of you cross the ice as the rising sun makes it sparkle like diamonds. So what's it feel like to be my hero? Your hero? John, you're one of the most inspiring people I've ever met. No joke. Calm, confident, unstoppable. I crack all the time, and you never do. What's your secret? We're not going into those. Anyway, I have people in my life. I got nothing to lose. Huh. my life. See? Then you go saying things like that, and I just can't help but like you even more. Quinn skates over, smiling shyly. So, John, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Craig suddenly switches the music to a tender ballad. Everyone stops what they're doing to watch. She fidgets nervously, but continues. When I came to this island, I was ready to give up on life. But then I met you, and it changed everything. John, I want to live every day knowing you are mine, and I'm yours. Today, tomorrow, and forever. Oh my god, oh my god! I can't right now! Will you marry me? Thanks to your romance level with Quinn, she's ready to take it to the next step. This will be the only time she proposes to you. If you say yes, your relationship will become exclusive. Alternatively, you can decline and wait for someone else without penalty. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Oh man, this is tough. This is really tough. So, you know, someone actually put it in the choices group that it's like Estella is completely like secluded off and shut off, and yet slowly over time has opened up to us, while Quinn has been more open from the get-go, I guess, and yet kind of at times shuts herself off to us. If I'm remembering that correctly, is what they said, and it's kind of true. And then she flirted with Kali. How dare you? Now, okay, so going back through all the memories of book 1, book 2, and finally book 3. Stay true to my feelings and go with absolutely. Gwen flings her arms around your shoulders, pressing her lips eagerly to yours. Everyone applauds and begins cheering. Yeah, boy! Why are you crying? I don't know. Gwen brings her forehead to yours, still beaming happily. I can't wait to go on our next adventure together. Alright, guys, I think it's time we give the ice a rest. Everyone returns to the bank of the pond. You sit down and begin unlacing your skates as Skella crouches in front of your feet. God damn it. I feel so bad because I liked both. It was so tough. Like, and I even proposed this to all of you the other day, and it just... Oh, man. Well, think of it this way. In an alternate universe, or in another playthrough, I chose Estella. Allow me? Sure. Stella makes short work of removing the first skate. She takes your right foot in her hands, kneading out the tension. My Tio always used to give me foot rubs. He was a little rougher than this, though. Just like that, feels great. She removes the other skate and moves to your left foot. Soon you're feeling more relaxed than ever. See, these are things where I'm like, God damn it, Estella, stop it! Like, you want her so bad when she's like this. Her dark, earnest eyes look into yours. When we first arrived on LaHardia, everyone had concerns about me. I'd come here for something very different, and it scared them. But you and I always seemed to understand each other. You never mistrusted me, never had doubts. John, thank you. I would have forgotten my own humanity if it wasn't for your kind, open nature. Of course, Estella. You're my friend. That's all that matters. Yes. You gaze at the exuberant faces around you and find yourself unable to stop smiling. Thank you all so much for this. Our pleasure, John. You deserve it. I guess we should probably be getting back, though. Everyone gathers up their stuff and returns to the rest of the group. Jake walks over to you, breathing warm air into his cupped hands. Elevator should be ready for us by now, Boy Scout. And so our descent into Inferno begins. We round everyone up and head for the chasm. Sometimes it's just nice to take a break, because I wasn't feeling the best in the world. And I kind of took a vocal break, let's put it that way. It's actually kind of nice and a little bit less taxing on my vocals. The entire group gathers on the platform. Jake engages the controls, and the elevator lurches to a start. Snowflakes are stirring from the metal grate, drifting lazily into the deep, dark crevice. Before long, the sunlight and mountain slopes give way to darkness. The platform continues to descend for what seems like an eternity, and the air around you grows strangely warm. Finally, you emerge into a network of caverns. The elevator stops atop a pile of rubble. Looks like we're climbing the rest of the way down. As you carefully navigate the debris, you notice a Fiddler's suit half buried under the heavy rocks. Is that what I think it is? It's her suit, but I don't see her. Looks like it's unzipped. She may have crawled out and left it behind. Zara examines Fiddler's suit. Damn, this is some sweet tech. Pretty sure it'll just readjust itself to fit anyone. John, what are you waiting for? Try it on! For diamonds, Craig. That's why. So we have Fiddler's suit. Now you see me. Now you don't. Fits like a glove. Haha, so dope! The sickest. That's, I gotta say, wow. Notice a button on the palm of your left glove. I wonder what happens if I... Whoa! Look, everyone! Magical disappearing John. He's gone! You deactivate the suit. Right here, Raj, not to worry. And yet, how does your head disappear? Just saying, how does your head disappear? You're not wearing anything on your head. Take a closer look at your surroundings. Smoke drifts along the uneven rock floor. Streams of lava cast a reddish glow on the walls. This way. Quinn launches into a run and immediately disappears down a branching tunnel. Quinn, you can't just... And she's gone. Michelle leans down to examine a long streak of blood on the cabin floor. I don't think Fiddler crawled out of that suit. Something must have taken her body. That's encouraging. Rushing ahead, you find Quinn facing a dead end. There's a round indentation in the center of the wall. I don't understand. This is just a lead into the core of the volcano. Maybe Vaanu showed me a different timeline? Quinn, there's something down here with... John! Over there! Follow Raj's gaze into an adjoining tunnel where an enormous shadow is moving across the rock face. A massive reptilian head, short arms ending in vicious-looking claws, and a long, powerful tail. Freaking T-Rex, hell yeah! Shh! The source of the shadow nears the gate. Everyone backs away holding their breath. You swallow hard as a small, spindly creature comes into view. Yeah, it may be small, but it still will wreck the shit out of you. Kind of cute. Keep quiet. That's a Raptor. They're more dangerous than they look. The man-sized dinosaur carries a reflective orb in one claw, and it slowly moves out of sight. Oh man, the hype was fake. I believe we witnessed the Deep Guardian. It is the most reclusive of all Vaanu's servants. Shucks, and here I left my Pokeball at home. God damn it, that gets me every time. Grace peers up at the indentation in the wall. Maybe the island's heart goes here? No, it's too big to fit. John, do you remember that cave beneath the emergency shelter? Right, there was a crystal in the wall with claw markings in it. We should... I'm gonna go with follow the raptor. We may need to use that orb to get to a time when this tunnel actually led to the volcano's core. An impeccable deduction. John, you're so smart. Do we have to? That thing creeps me out. Like it or not, it looks like we got a dinosaur hunt on our hands. You all enter the adjoining tunnel and head in the direction of the Arachtorite. God damn it. I feel like the Y is silent. So we're gonna go with Orthoraptor. Gradually, the tunnel widens, becoming a large grotto dominated by stalagmites and geysers of hissing steam. The creature is straight ahead, reaching toward a lava stream that suddenly rears up, sniffing the air. Yeah, look how many teeth it has. Everybody hide. I'll handle this. Quickly activate Fiddler's suit. Your friends hurry down the tunnel and out of sight. Ectoraptor takes a step in your direction, sniffs the air curiously, and returns to the lava stream. Phew. Yeah, we didn't die this time. Dinosaur makes an odd noise and pulls a chunk of crystal from the lava with both claws. The blue translucent mineral has melted into a perfect sphere. Tosses the orb aside and skitters off towards another lava stream. 4 or 6 clues. Use the bag to scoop up the glowing hot orb, then head back to the dead-end tunnels as fast as you can. So we're talking about an orb that literally was in molten lava just a minute ago. Yeah, just scoop it up in a bag, man. Yeah. Paper plastic. Like, if you put something scalding hot, I'm talking scalding lava hot in a paper bag, it would just combust. It would just... And if you put it in plastic, it would just melt. It would just shrivel up and melt. Like, have you ever taken a match? Go to your kitchen. Unless you're, like, under the age of 18, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Take a plastic bag, okay, from, like, a shopping mart, and go and use, like, heat. Go put it in the oven. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck on that one. But, no, seriously. Friends are waiting for you when you arrive. John, thank God. We got what we needed, at least. Want to help me out there, Vegeta? Oh. You open your bag to reveal the crystal orb. Vegeta walks over to it. The frosty breath quickly cools the crystal, and you carefully insert the orb into the wall. In the blink of an eye, the entire wall is gone, as if it were never there in the first place. Presto changeo. Nice trick. Could have used that for the guy who always sat in my seat in Business Administration 202. Everyone heads down the newly revealed tunnel. You hear a muffled explosion from somewhere ahead, followed by voices yelling. Ah, here we go. Sounds like a fight. Everybody stay close. Jake, Sean, and Estella take the lead with Khalid and Craig behind them. A few moments later, the tunnel arrives at a vast cavern. Shouldn't it be me? I have the cloaking device. Sloping walls rise from what feels like miles in the darkness. A lava pool lies at the center of the floor, casting everything in a blood-red light. Ahead, a group of anarchists stand in front of a rippling, translucent wall. Flashes of time energy come from guns and clock-like devices being used against the barrier. Again! Strike it with everything you have! On the other side, you can barely make out the Endless's spacesuit-clad form. You and your friends remain in the shadows, watching the battle cautiously. That's like a mob of angry villagers coming after Frankenstein's monster. Shouldn't we do something to help the Endless? It's not working! More! Looks like he has the situation under control. Gwen moves to your side, her gaze focused on the pool. Vaanu is there, in the lava. So, we get the heart over the pool and get out. Sounds like a plan. Scout, we got a better chance at this if a few of us distract the murder hipsters. I don't know. They don't look so friendly. Let's sneak in and sneak out. I do have a suit, so let's see if that changes. We tried that without the suit and it went horribly wrong. I'll get the heart over there, and then we can leave. They're too unpredictable to engage. Good call, John. I'll go too. Sean, you could get spotted. So I'll keep to the shadows. This way, I can help and guard your back. Craig hands Sean the alien's heart. You activate Fiddler's suit. Here goes. Step into the red glow permeating the cavern. The anarchists don't seem to notice your presence. As you hurry towards the lava pool, Sean makes his way along the periphery with the heart. Finally reach the pool. A few feet from the rocky ledge, a pillar of crystal rises, shimmering amid the bright lava. Sean hands you the heart. The two of you stare in wonder at the pillar's mirror-like facets. It's incredible. That is still so awesome. It's so interesting to see him, like, split up in, like, a multiverse theorem kind of thing. First, there's only light. A burst of intense light burns the entire cavern from your vision. Then, a voice speaks, resonant and strangely familiar. I am whole, restored, complete. That's good, right? Now the world can go back to normal? Change will come swiftly, yes, but what form it will take remains to be determined. You've been showing us the future. Can't you see what'll happen? How can we change everything back? There are many futures. Some I am given to know, and even more that I can only be guessed at. To be alive is to never truly know what will happen next. Light clears. The island's heart is no longer in your grasp. A shockwave of blue-green energy erupts from your body. John, what's happening? The energy sweeps across the cavern, colliding with the endless's barrier. Green flames overtake the rippling wall, melting it away. Oh dear. A few anarchists glance towards the pool before their group converges on the endless. Your time has come. Perhaps you'll explain to me why you feel this is necessary. Silence! Two anarchists push the endless to the cavern floor. We don't take kindly to being lied to, no matter what timeline it happens in. My people worshipped you at your feet. We saw you as a savior, and all the while we were merely pawns. You filled our minds with nonsense and set our hands working on the instruments of your corruption. Ooksquall raises his ornately carved staff, preparing to bring it down upon the endless. Near the cabinet entrance, the rest of your friends watch in horror. Let justice be done. Let an end come for the endless. Ooksquall, stop! Shaman's deathly visage swivels towards you. We didn't run lost. He wasn't alone. Your people are better off now. Your people's entire society is structured on his teachings. You were bloodthirsty killers before the endless came to you. Do you really want to go back to them now? We were better off before the catalyst, before the endless, before you. Ooksquall, doing this won't change anything. You're wrong. It will change the indignity my people endure by suffering the endless to live. One of the anarchists grabs Ooksquall's staff. What are you doing? The endless is committed. The endless deserves punishment, yes. No person can judge, jury, and executioner. John is now close with you. Somehow you got them to see reason, John. A distant sound like waves crashing comes from high above. The anarchist step back from the endless, glancing upward. The noise grows louder, becoming the steady roar of the turbine engine. The Omega mech descends into view. Well, well, well. All of my favorite people in one place. How convenient. Your friends rush toward you. John, come on. Let's get out of here. You must not interfere, man of Hydra. Oh, on the contrary, it is I who tire of your interference. As the mech continues to come down through the caldera, it raises an arm and blasts the anarchist with a blue beam. Ooksquall and the rest of his group instantly fade away. Ooksquall! Streams of light emerge from the crystal pillar, forming into a familiar hovering figure. Vaanu's spirit rises towards the mech, its arms extending protectively, and passes right through the colossal robot, fading away. As you and the others run for the cavern's exit, the Endless crawls towards you. John, please, wait. Roark will promise everything, then take away the very thing we fought so hard to protect. The ground heaves as the mech finally lands. Roark's laughter emerges from the speakers as a low, derisive buzz. Ha 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 ha. What, no grand death scene? No soliloquy? Oh, well. I've got one for you. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty play pace from day to day. And all of your yesterdays, all of our yesterdays, have lighted fools the way to dusty death. As blue light flares in Omega's mech's palm, preternatural calm settles over the Endless. Only you can save them now, John. Another beam tears its way across the cavern. When the light clears, there's no trace of him left behind. Enough. I won't let you do this, Father. Alister suddenly leaps onto the mech and struggles to tear open a panel in its leg. The leg pulls back, threatening to drop him in lava pool. It then swings forward, sending him flying across the cavern. Alister collides with the rock wall and tumbles to the floor. Ugh! Alister! The mech turns, revealing Roark's scowling face. Alister. I must confess, until your betrayal, I'd still not given up hope. Despite continual displays of an inadequacy, I'd held on to the idea you might add up someday. But the truth is, there is one little chance of that. Because you never gave me a chance. The towering automaton strides towards Alister. Readouts and reticles flicker across Roark's spiteful expression. Because the process that made you was imperfect. You were born in a vat, your genetics and tissue cloned painstakingly from my own. I tried to create a successor, and in the end made nothing more than a pale shadow of myself. Words go through Alister like a knife. His voice becomes a hoarse cry of desperation. That's not true. Oh, you know it is. You said it yourself, never a father to me. Alister, he's just trying to manipulate you. Don't listen to him. Iris, maintain current configuration, unexplained directive 1908. Iris' hologram materializes next to Roark. Directive 1908 requires that the Iris unit place full priority on the goal which was originally fabricated for, namely to utilize the Imogen Roark's knowledge of reproductive cloning in order to construct a suitable analog of Everett Alister Roark. Tears streamed down from Alister's eyes, wide with disbelief. No! Roark, you bastard! You delusional, immoral, self-serving... You don't deserve to breathe the same air as Alister! Grace wraps her arms protectively around Alister, who weeps motionless. Roark turns the mech away in disgust. Oh! It seems somehow that nature has succeeded where science failed. I have others to carry on my work, among them a strong, capable heir. What are you talking about? No one's going to be following in your footsteps, Roark. Your work ends here. Stella puts all of her strength behind her sphere, hurling it at the glass-enclosed cockpit. A huge hand snatches it out of the air. The wooden shaft is crushed to flinders in the mech's grasp. Roark directs the robot's other arm into the pool, scooping up the crystalline pillar. He's taken the crystal. All of it. All along, I believed I needed the endless to make my vision real. But it was this. This is the key to a new age. There are no longer any limits. Now we can create whatever life, whatever world we wish to live in. You feel Vaanu's presence reaching out to you. Do not fear. The last piece is still missing. Without it, time will resist his control. You will discover the fragment before he does. Be cautious, however, for he knows this already. Winds blast the cavern as the mech thrusters engage. Roark ascends through the caldera with the mass of the crystal. As he vanishes above, you hear his voice calling down. It won't be long, John. Eternity is nearly ours. Zelda glares upward, her body contorted in rage. I'll kill you with my bare hands first. Guys, the lava's moving! Greg points at the blazing pool, which appears to be steadily rising. Molten rock floods into the cavern. Back to the caves, now! Your friends follow Jake towards the tunnel you entered through. Alister remains frozen in place. Grace tucks his arm frantically. Alister, we've got to go! Leave me. What? What are you... Come on, damn you, don't do this right now. Nothing matters anymore, Grace. It never did in the first place. Alister's hangs his head as tear streaks covers his cheeks, gleaming in the encroaching blaze. Grace pulls with all of her might, but she's unable to move him. No, Alister, please. I'm not letting you die. Just then, a tendril of green light descends from the darkness overhead. Vaanu struggles to manifest. Streams of energy are stripped away, causing it to disperse in the atmospheric light once more. An arm reaches out of the haze, offering you an object. So that is accept the salvage magazine. So did we... I don't think we did this in the normal one. I was very curious, actually. So I guess we'll find out. Guys, I never... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I pretty much am like you guys that follow along. When I do normal editions, I'm kind of curious how the diamond things work. So then I come back and I'm like, Diamond Edition, yes! And then I get to do it. And then hopefully you guys are like, I haven't seen it, and I'm watching it with you too. That'd be cool. But if you haven't, like, I'm giddy because I am honestly in the blind right now, knowing what happens with the Diamond Editions. I don't go, you know, and spoil it for me. I have to know it for myself. I have to watch it live. You take the magazine and hold it out to Alister, still doubled over beside Grace. Alister, look. Look at this. Alister glances up, his brow furrowing. He takes it. And you're suddenly somewhere else. A cozy living room inside someone's apartment. Grace enters and begins touching up her makeup in the mirror. You're sure you're gonna be okay? Of course, darling. Go and enjoy yourself tonight. We'll be just fine. Can I get kisses before I go? Alister walks out of the bedroom, cradling a tiny baby boy. The adorable infant wriggles anxiously in his father's arms. Don't worry, I'm better at this than I look. Grace leans down and places a tender kiss on her son's forehead. She then gives Alister's cheek a peck and turns to grab her coat. Be good boys. Mama will be home soon. I'm assuming this is before her art gal, when she was with Michelle. She leaves and Alister takes a seat on the couch with his son and begins to sing in a soft, warbly voice. The story of how I love you, it has no end. A baby when it's sleeping, it's not crying. Little baby begins to wail, waving its chubby arms. Yes, you have a point. Singing's not my strong suit. Alister gently rocks his son. He sniffs back a tear. I think Daddy made himself sad too. That was a lullaby for your grandmother used to sing. He frees a hand to brush his cheek and looks down at his son thoughtfully. Reginald, I'm not perfect, but I want you to know that I'm going to do whatever it takes for you. When you need me, I'll be there. You can count on that. I don't think I've ever been as happy as I am. That was the day you were born. Your mother, too. She was so radiant. Everything I needed from my parents, or the love I didn't have the opportunity to experience, I'm going to make sure, if you want it. Reggie smiles softly. If only we could see the goddamn baby. I'm curious as all hell. And I want to see the cute little bugger. Does that sound good? Where should we start?
Baba.
Done. Baba it is. Alister takes a baby bottle from the side table and brings it to Reggie's mouth. His big blue eyes stare at his father curiously as he drinks. Now, shall I read to you from the Vienna Review? He lifts a dog-eared magazine from the couch and flips it open. This is only the publication I keep that features your grandfather because, you see, it just so happens that it also mentions your daddy when he was a young man. A couple hours later, Grace comes home and begins hanging up her coat. Sugar, you still awake? She finds Alister dozed off in a sitting position with Reggie sleeping in his arms. Grace sits on her knees on the floor, content to simply watch her husband and son rest. It's not long before the first light of the day begins to fill the sky. The vision fades and you're returned to the volcano's core. Don't spoil it for Grace. She doesn't know. Shut up. He looks at the magazine and then at Grace. Please, Alister. Sorry, yes, I'm coming. That's what she said. I mean, what? Shut up. So we've got, it looks like, oh my god, I'm trying to see what the thing is in the distance. So we got stethoscope next. And then it's like, I don't know what that is. Is that like a document that hangs on the wall? Is that like a degree? Is that, oh my god, it's triggering me. As the lava continues to rise, the three of you run to catch up with the others in the tunnels. Alister glances back at you meaningfully. Alister doesn't dislike you anymore. Thank you, John. After an hour of wandering, you turn a corner and find pale light streaming through an exit. We're almost out, everyone. You emerge within view of Elistill's mighty tree. Thank goodness. The journey to the center of the earth was harder than I expected. Hundreds of flower garlands are draped across the city's platforms and walkways. Gentle wind stirs the blossoms, causing them to shimmer in the moonlight. It's so beautiful. I wonder what the occasion is. Tomorrow is the first day of... Not really. When those who truly love each other have the opportunity to be hand-fasted. I've got an irritated groan. Oh, great. I hate weddings. Chapter 9. 1 clues found. Emmer Hope found. So I really enjoyed them. Well, that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you do subscribe, or if you are a subscriber currently, please. Because YouTube doesn't think you all have the capability to think for yourselves. They have explained that pretty much if you don't hit the bell on the next to the subscribe button, when you've hit subscribe, you won't be notified of things. And they said, and I quote, in a oh my god, I want to get so livid right now. They said in a YouTube video, like during an interview and why they did it, they said that pretty much if you wanted to have notifications and if you constantly wanted to watch the user, that you would have hit the bell to begin with. Most people didn't even know what the goddamn bell meant, YouTube. Okay? I didn't even know what the bell meant. I watch, like, Philip DeFranco and a bunch of shit every single chance I get, all their videos, Team 4-Star, the whole 9 yards. Like, these are channels that you just... Like, you don't have a memory, apparently, according to YouTube. So, you don't receive hardly any, if at all, notifications from me, unless you hit the bell. It's so goddamn stupid because they think, well, if you really wanted to continue watching their shit, you'd hit the bell. That's a reason YouTube listed. That's a reason. Okay? So that mind boggled the out of me. So hit that bell for notifications of when I do videos. And you'll get a little notification if you're on your browser, on your phone, whatnot. So you'll be notified when, like, choices go live or chapters, whichever you really like, or if you just genuinely enjoy my content, which most of you who come back continually for Diamond Editions usually do. With that being said, also head down in the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. We're almost up to 100 people in our Discord. That is awesome. We got people sharing artwork, videos, pictures, gaming, the whole 9 yards. We're having a lot of fun in the Discord, so come check that out. Be part of the discussion. Be part of the sharing and have fun. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.